Billie Holiday, nicknamed Lady Day, was one of the most influential swing music singers of her era. Born on April 7th, 1915, in Philadelphia, before she began her singing career, she did anything she could to support herself, including working as a prostitute for a short amount of time. However, in 1933, she began the work that truly garnered her fame. She recorded her first songs with Benny Goodman when she was only 18, but even before that, she was appearing in clubs with Lawrence Jackson. You could learn much of Billie Holiday's life from simply listening to her songs. They tell the story of her life in only a way a songwriter could. Her songs were made to bring awareness to things she believed in and to tell her story. Any tale of Billie Holiday would be sorely lacking if it did not mention the song that brought her the most fame. Strange Fruit was not in fact written by Holiday, but her performance of it makes the chilling lyrics all the more impactful. The song speaks of lynchings in the South, sadly an event that was still occurring in Holiday's time, and it was written by a Jewish civil rights activist named Abel Meeropol. It was originally a written piece and was later adapted into a song.
Twisted mouth, scent of magnolia.
The song God Bless the Child was written by Holiday, based on an argument she got into with her mother. However, there has been some contention over who technically penned the song, as Arthur Herzog, a songwriter partner of hers, claimed that he had written it after Holiday had told him about the argument. The basis of the argument was that Holiday had lent her mother money to start her restaurant, but when Holiday found herself in need of funds, her mother refused to extend the same courtesy. According to Holiday, during the argument, she had screamed, "God bless the child that got his own," at her mother, which is the line that inspired the song.
But God bless the child that's got his own.
Gloomy Sunday has arguably one of the darker histories out of any of the songs Holiday performed. Similarly to Strange Fruit, this song was not a Billie Holiday original, but was published in 1935 by a Hungarian composer named Rezo Serez under the title End of the World. This song is said to have been quoted in numerous suicide notes, including that of the composer's estranged fiancée. Urban legend also claims that two men shot themselves after hearing the song for the first time performed by an orchestra.
Not where the black coach of sorrow has taken you.
As with many of the songs she sang, Lover Man was not written by Holiday herself. However, it also did strongly relate to her own troubled relationships. With both of the relationships Holiday was in, she was either abused or introduced to a different drug thanks to the different men, or possibly both.
Lover man, oh where can you be?
The song Billie's Blues was in fact written by Holiday in 1936, and it was also mostly improvised at the individual recording session. It shows how much she had grown and was finished with putting up with the type of people she had been with before. The crappy people she knew and had to deal with. It was so good, in fact, that it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1989.
Lord, I love my man, tell the world I do.
The end of Holiday's life is quite a tragic story. She ended up abusing drugs and alcohol most of her life, and this made her an easy target for the people who didn't approve of her style of music and the topics she sang about. Holiday made various attempts to get clean during her lifetime, but it seemed that someone was always out to get her, even going as far as to plant drugs in her room. One day, after collapsing, she was sent to Harlem Metropolitan Hospital. They found that she hadn't been eating, had cirrhosis of the liver from drinking, respiratory and cardiac problems from smoking, and leg ulcers from taking heroin. It worsened the matter that she was handcuffed to her bed, and soon after went into withdrawal from heroin. The doctor was brought in to administer methadone, and she started to improve, but when the treatment was stopped, she quickly reverted to her previous state. The men who had been after Holiday fingerprinted her, took mugshots, and grilled her without consulting her lawyer. Holiday passed on July 17, 1959, at the age of 44. She died with only $750.70 to her name. Holiday was an inspiration, and her music brought hope and awareness to all who heard it. She was one of the pioneers of jazz music, and I truly believe that she was a victim of her circumstances, and it's a tragedy that she died so young.